Right, lads and lasses, in this video I will be giving you guys my 11 player predicted squad, which will start for the match the 19th of August in Turkey against Trabzonspor for the Europa Conference League Playoffs. And also I will be giving you guys my small analysis of Mourinho'S first press conference. Now I'm doing like that because it was more of an interview rather than a press conference, because the press conferences will start as soon as the real season and the most important matches will start. So it was more of an interview, but let's still analyze it. Before we get into this video, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. We are getting closer to 1,000 subscribers and it would mean the world to me if we can hit 1,000 subscribers by the start of next week. Also, please, ladies and gentlemen, like this video, it supports me so much. And as I said in my latest videos, if you want an opportunity to feature on The Simon Show, film your match analysis for every single match, and I mean until the very end of the season. Send them over at info.thesimonshow@gmail.com and I will pick some subscribers for every match analysis. The subscriber will be different, so everyone will have an opportunity. So keep on filming and sending me those videos. Right, let's get onto the video. Let's start with the analysis of what Mourinho said in his first press conference. So, the first thing he said, obviously, is that many journalists asked him about Abraham. He is going to be Roma's new striker. And so what does Mourinho feel like about Abraham? Now, he said that Roma is very lucky to have a striker like Abraham, and because Roma needs to look ahead and needs to look at the future, because Dzeko was coming towards the end of his career. So buying a player which is very, very young means that Roma will not need to buy a striker for many, many years. So that is a positive note, and Mourinho is stressing this a lot. He's been wanting Tammy Abraham since he was a Manchester United manager, since Tammy Abraham was a player of Aston Villa on loan from Chelsea. So that's how much Mourinho wanted Tammy Abraham, and you know, he had many options, but he chose Tammy because he has faith in him and he thinks that he will grow even more. And plus, the fact that Tammy didn't play much last season, scoring just 6 goals in the latest Premier League edition, means that Mourinho will experiment more with him. Also, he talked about Shomurodov's great matches in these latest friendly matches, the goal against Real Betis and the amazing performance against Raja Casablanca. And the journalists asked him about Villar, because he said that Villar will not be ready for this match because he has a problem at his knee, at his leg. He has been having this problem since some friendly matches ago and he still needs to get over this problem, so he won't be available to use for the match against Trabzonspor. And Mourinho also said that Smalling is injured. He had an injury during training session and he'll be out for 20 days. What he did say is, to give something about that match, is that obviously, seeing the fact that this match is the 19th of August and the Serie A starts 3 days later, technically he said that the start of the Serie A is maybe more important than this match. So as well as seeing top players playing against Trabzonspor, he said that there will be a slight turnover in some players as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a quick snippet of what Mourinho said in his first real press conference or interview. And now let's move on my 11 predicted players which will play against Trabzonspor, following what Mourinho said. Obviously, seeing the fact that the Serie A starts 3 days after this match, Mourinho will have a mix of top players and turnover players which will not play much this season. So after thinking about it quite a long time, I have come up with my 11 predicted players for this match. I put Rui Patricio in goal because I think he needs to still get adapted in this area, and you know, if you compare him to Fusato, Rui Patricio has a much more sense of experience when it comes to these European tournaments. And the fact that he hasn't been really convincing in these latest friendly matches means that in this match, which is important but not the most important of the season, he can still try to get adapted with the squad and a completely different team. And with the 4 defenders, I put Rick Karsdorp as my right back, because he's been great in the friendly match against Raja Casablanca, sprinting down that line and crossing. He was one of the best players in that match. And then instead of putting Smalling and Mancini, which is the duo which Mourinho will use the most, I put Mancini and I put Roger Ibanez. So we won't see Smalling because he's injured. For the next 20 days he'll be out. It's an injury next to his knee, so hopefully he'll be back soon, but 20 days are still 20 days. So Roma now need to face Dusan Vlahovic, which is a very, very, very dangerous striker, with either Kumbula and Ibanez next to Mancini. Now I put Mancini because in these latest friendly matches, once again, his headers are always decisive, and his contribution when it comes to defense is always great. And I put Ibanez. He is a young player. He needs to get adapted to this area even more, and I think he needs to get adapted to playing with Mourinho as well, because in these latest friendly matches he's been playing but not with the same rhythm as Kumbula, as Mancini and as Smalling. So I put him as my next centre back, and moving on to my left back I put Viña. Once again, he was great with Raja Casablanca, so why not give him a spot in these 11 for Trabzonspor? You know, he still needs to get adapted, and he needs to cover Leonardo Spinazzola's replacement, which is very, very heavy. So the more adapted he gets, the more useful he will be, because replacing Spinazzola is a very hard task. So this is my 4 defensive section with Karsdorp, Mancini, Ibanez and Viña, and Rui Patricio in goal. Now moving on to my 2 defensive midfielders, which is Mourinho's most important section, as he said in many interviews. I put Cristante because Mourinho absolutely adores him, and then I had a struggle because there are some rumours saying that Diawara will leave Roma and Zakaria will come. However, there is something to say that Mourinho hasn't said anything about that in his first interview. So is Diawara actually going to leave? If Diawara is not set to leave, I think he'll start this match for 2 reasons. First of all, because in these latest friendly matches he has been really, really good. And plus, I think that Diawara, the fact that he's leaving, maybe Mourinho wants to give him one last chance, one last appearance for Roma, and then he'll leave. So I put Diawara. However, this is a real question mark, because Veretout could play once again. However, seeing the fact that the Fiorentina is in next 3 days, Veretout will rest because he is a very good player. And when it comes to these two players, if Diawara is going to be sold, Veretout is really the most important player remaining. So he needs to teach everyone else how to play in that role. So I think he'll rest for this match, but I might be wrong. And this is where everybody can comment down below if I'm wrong and agree. No, you decide. And then in my 3 attacking midfielders, I have Zaniolo as my right midfielder because coming from many injuries, he needs to get those minutes in his legs and he needs to get ready for this area, because with that Zaniolo in this area, Roma can get 10 times better than what they did with Fonseca without Zaniolo. Then I put Carles Perez as my left mid, because in these friendly matches he's been great and he was close to Newcastle. However, journalists are saying that this deal between Roma and Newcastle is coming to an end. It's going to start collapsing. So Carles Perez is set to remain a Roma. And if he plays like he played in these latest friendly matches, Mourinho could easily choose him to start every single match. Now this will be rare, and in fact that's why I think he'll start this match, which is important but not on the same level as Roma Fiorentina in my opinion. And then as the central midfielder, Pellegrini is coming from an injury, so he will definitely not risk Roma's captain. So you know what, I think Mkhitaryan will play just behind the striker with Zaniolo and Carles Perez, because Pellegrini is injured and Mourinho's not risking him, and Mkhitaryan needs to bag those goals once again. Last season he was great, he bagged so many goals, more than Dzeko. He needs to do the same with Mourinho. So Mkhitaryan, Carles Perez and Zaniolo will be my attacking midfielder. And moving on to my striker, Tammy Abraham, obviously we're not gonna see him. It's just too rare. He signed his contract less than 24 hours ago. He needs a sense of orientating. He needs a sense of adapting with the teammates, with this entire squad, with a new manager like Mourinho. So Tammy Abraham will not play. You know, we don't even know if he'll get a call. But that's another very important thing, because if Roma do not sign Tammy Abraham as their list for the Europa Conference League before midnight of the 19th, then he can't play any match for the Europa Conference League if Roma wins against Trabzonspor. So I don't think Tammy Abraham will play. Shomurodov, I think, will rest for Fiorentina because he's been great in these friendly matches. So I think Borja Mayoral will start against Trabzonspor. He's been great, you know, when he gets subbed in, he is always prolific, he always bags those goals. So I'd say Shomurodov and Borja Mayoral are equal right now, but Shomurodov has been great with Mourinho in these latest friendly matches, so we'll definitely rest for Fiorentina. I think Borja Mayoral will start. Ladies and gentlemen, this was my quick analysis of Mourinho's first press conference and my 11 predicted players which will start Trabzonspor against Roma in Turkey the 19th of August. Comment down below your impressions. Do you agree with me or do you disagree? Because I'm very curious to read and respond to all of your comments. Also, as I said at the start of the video, if you want to feature on The Simon Show, send your match analysis every match. Because at the end of each match analysis, as well as giving my view, there will be a subscriber's view. The subscriber will be different for every single match, so everyone will have an opportunity. So do not get offended if I don't choose you for this match. Send your match analysis for every single match, starting for the match against Trabzonspor, and we can have fun all together building this channel as a Roma channel. As I say at the end of every single video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in a bit. Simon out.